God is still very much in the business of healing and mending broken hearts. He also still brings people into His perfect will for them. God still turns lives around and makes their situation change from grass to grace. You might have been in several failed relationships, and, like Ruth, you have lost everything. You might have not been lucky when it comes to romantic relationships. People keep breaking your heart the moment you thought you have found the one. You are so broken now that you do not think you will ever recover from the pain and hurt. These experiences with people may have given you a belief in the impossible to heal from those heartbreaks and find someone perfect for you, according to God's will for your life. If you are at such a point in your life, you need to know that God knows exactly what to do to make your love life a beautiful and wonderful one. He can heal your heart and make you need the perfect one for you. Your story may be that you have got several heartbreaks, or you may have been disappointed because you have been praying to God for someone that will love you and give you a beautiful love experiences, yet you have not seen the impact of your prayers. But the truth is, God hears your prayers, and He is working the best out for you. He is bringing healing to your broken heart. Love makes life colorful, beautiful, and meaningful. Many people are living miserable life without love. Many are not experiencing progress in several areas of their lives because they have been denied the love they deserve. The heartbreaks and disappointment people experience in relationships while in search of genuine love have made many give up on love and relationships. God is aware of what you are going through and knows everything you need. And at the right time, He will bring that perfect person into your life. When you are always going from one failed relationship to another, or one heartbreak to another, it becomes a problem. As a child of God, when you are faced with a problem that seems insurmountable, it is only God you can run to. In the face of life's struggles and challenges, having done all that we know to do to solve the problem, but not getting the results you desire, especially if you have been battling with such a problem for a very long time, it is easy to think nothing can be done to turn the situation around, or maybe those problems are meant to be in your life. But I tell you that it is not God's plan that problems should come and dwell in your life. It is not God's will that you remain heartbroken and without love in your life. They should be temporary and not permanent. Psalm chapter 34 verse 19 says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all." It means, though you are faced with many troubles, God will rescue you from each one of them. God has promised you deliverance from every form of affliction and healing from every form of pain. He loves you too much to see you in pain or watch you suffer. He is ever ready and willing to help you. Do not believe the lie of the devil that some problems are beyond God's power to solve, or that there is nothing God can do about your situation. That is not true. He is the sovereign Lord. He made the heavens and the earth by His great power and outstretched arm. Nothing is too hard for Him. He is the God of all flesh, and there is no impossibility with Him. God can heal that broken heart and bring a person in His perfect will. God sees and knows the desires of your heart. He knows you desire to have a partner that will stand by you through thick and thin. He knows you desire to have a partner that will love and stand by you come what may. However, before God brings that perfect person that your heart desires to you, He will first work on your broken heart. He will first heal and restore your heart. This is because if you go into a relationship with the perfect person God chose for you with a heart that is not healed, you are bound to have the same issues you had in your previous relationship. Not only will God heal your broken heart, but He will also prepare you for the perfect relationship He is about to bring you into. All that you need to do is trust Him. Believe He can heal you and bring you into His perfect will for you. In conclusion, it is very important that focus magnifies things. The more you focus on your pain, the bigger it seems in your eyes. It is okay to be heartbroken, but do not focus on the pain. Rather, shift your focus from the pain to God. Meditate on His love for you and His mighty power to heal, save, and deliver. Think about how God has healed and restored the broken hearts of people that were in the same situation as you. If He has done it before, He can surely do it again. God is not a respecter of people. What He does to one, He will do to the other. So when your focus is on God, it becomes easy for you to believe that nothing is beyond Him. Indeed, God can heal, restore broken hearts, and bring the perfect person according to His plan for you into your life. The story of Ruth in the Bible should encourage you that there is nothing too hard for God to do, and that includes healing the broken heart and bringing a person in His perfect will for your life to you. Ruth is a very beautiful and industrious Moabite woman who married an Israelite. She started her life beautifully, enjoying her marriage with her lovely husband Mahlon. Unfortunately, things took a different turn when she lost her husband. She found herself in a tight and difficult spot in Moab when her husband Mahlon died after 10 years of marriage. She became a widow at a young age. Her husband was no more, had no child, and had nothing other than her mother-in-law Naomi. Can you imagine how heartbroken Ruth was? Not only was Ruth heartbroken, but she also had nothing. In fact, to say she was hard up barely describes the situation. Women in ancient times did not have a source of income or employment, but were wholly dependent on their husbands or men in their lives for financial support. As a childless widow, Ruth had no one to help her, but had to rely on the charity of strangers when there were no relatives to do so. She was among the meagerest, most disadvantaged classes in her day. Ruth associated herself with someone even worse off, her mother-in-law Naomi. Since the death of her husband and 2 sons, Naomi was also a childless widow. She had no family to depend on in Moab and was old already. Naomi was in a tragic, pathetic situation and determined to return to her home country of Israel. Ruth showed her fierce loyalty and love by refusing to leave her mother-in-law in such an awful situation alone, even though her mother-in-law was willing to let her go, so she could start a new life elsewhere. Ruth was determined not to leave Naomi. Naomi had no hope. She had absolutely nothing to offer Ruth. They were both heartbroken. There was seemingly no future for both of them, but God, that gives hope to the hopeless, gave them hope and a bright future. Ruth lived in Bethlehem with Naomi and worked on the field of Boaz to feed herself and her mother-in-law. She was diligent and industrious. She was taking good care of her mother-in-law. God, who knows all things, saw Ruth and all she was going through. He healed her heart and gave her a man according to His will for her. She got a new and better life. She got married to Boaz, a wealthy and influential man in the land, and was also a relative of Naomi's late husband. It was a wonderful and beautiful marriage. Their names are found in the genealogy of Jesus Christ,